Hello, my name is Marcela Trsova. I'm a visual artist. I'm based in Edinburgh. I also work as a gallery educator and a community artist. I'm a maker, and my creative work is mainly in 3D. I love to experiment with all different materials, and the nature and our relationship to it is a great source of inspiration for me. Today I would like to invite you to come and join me to create a flower mandala. Mandala is an art form found around many different cultures around the world. It is a form of creative meditation that focuses mind on the present. In ancient Sanskrit, the word mandala means the center, a unity, and the geometric designs are supposed to symbolize the universe and our connection to it. Mandalas can be created out of many different materials. Traditionally, it was made by Buddhist monks out of colored sand and rice. Now, we can make it out of pretty much anything we can find around our house, as long as it can make a pattern. We're going to create a flower mandala today, but if you don't have an access outdoors or you don't have any flowers, you can still take part in this activity. I have created a couple of mandalas. One is out of pencils and one is out of kids' colored toys I found around the house, and I will show you later on. But you can also find anything you can use buttons, you can use pasta shapes, you can use anything you can think of that can make a pattern. You will need some plain background. Now I've got like a white board, or you can just have a white table or a wooden table, or you could have a sheet of paper, just put it over your table. Anything really that it's plain on which the pattern of the mandala wouldn't be distracted by any other design. The next thing you will need is a pair of scissors. And then you will need the most important thing, and that is your flowers. Now it can be any flowers you find. I found these on the way to studio, just along like old railway track behind the houses where I live. And it doesn't have to be just flowers, it can be leaves, it can be grasses, it can be berries, it can be seeds, it can be anything that's of any natural materials you think that would really make a nice pattern. You can also use the flowers maybe somebody's given you and they come into an end of their life, and you can break them apart and use the petals to make a lovely mandala out of that as well. Now the next step will be, we will take our flowers, take them out, put them aside, and we will divide them into different types and different colors and different shapes. And I would probably put them right sort of around in a circular movement, and in the middle we'll start off with the mandala. So we'll divide them, and what we'll do, we'll just use the scissors and cut the flowers off, so make it sort of into a nice working material. Don't immediately chuck all the stuff away you've cut off, you might still need it. See, I've got some grass. I might just leave it as it is because I might quite like to use it long. So I've got this grass, so we just kind of divide it all in a neat little piles around our working area. Please take time and care when using the scissors, as the flowers are quite soft and should cut very easily. And this might take a little while, but just take time to enjoy really the contact with the flowers, that it's kind of all part of creating the mandala. Take time and enjoy the textures and the smells and the feel of the flowers, really. I'm gonna try and arrange the flowers all around my working area, all in the different types. This is a beautiful time of the year to do a flower mandala, as there is so many different flowers out there, and it really takes one to look at the nature around you, which I think is very important and therapeutic, especially at the moment, as many of us have not been able to go outside as much as we used to, I would have liked to. Take time and enjoy the preparation. I think the handling of the flowers, the smell of them, the texture is as important as actually creating the mandala, because it's all part of the creative process. Now we're nearly there, so we're just gonna spread it out even further, so I've got space to actually create the mandala. So I'm gonna put all my little piles all along the edge of the board, and then I can just reach out to them when I need them. Okay, let's just tidy up. We won't need that scissors anymore, so we can put them aside. Now we've got our flowers nicely organized, we'll begin to build a mandala. So we will start from the middle, and we'll sort of build around in a radial symmetrical pattern. Whatever you do on one side, you'll do on the other side, and you work your way around. So you choose which flower you're going to put in the middle. I found this little one. I've only got one of these, so I'm gonna use that one. And now we're just gonna work our way around. I think it'd be nice to maybe use some leaves just to bring the white out a little bit. And there's no right or wrong way. This is really the creative part where you can really get yourself lost in. And take your time, enjoy doing it, don't rush it. Just have fun with it, really. So, because you can see what I've put there, I'll put on the other side as well, and then you really can sort of start building up the pattern. You can also stop and change. You just because you put it in one place doesn't mean it has to stay there. If it doesn't fit there with the next one, you can just take it away and change it, and kind of be quite intuitive about what you put where. 2 of these. As you can see, it's already beginning to take shape. Right, there's no right or wrong way. As you can see, I'm missing one of these, so I'm gonna have a look if I got any more of them in my refuse pile, and I have found one. So I'm just gonna take the scissors again. Put it there. No, maybe it's time for the daisies instead. As you can see, it's already starting to take shape. And it's quite good to kind of sometime to take pause and just take a look at it, how it's going, and see if you like it. This is the part of the process I actually really enjoy, as it's just so flexible. You can just change it anytime you like. And my spaces get a little bit smaller, so you can just pause and look at it again, tidy up what you don't need. Now, you don't have to use all the flowers. You are the creator, so you can just decide what you want and what you don't want it to be there. And as I said, you can adjust the mandala anytime you like. You can take things out, put things in. You are the artist. There's only really one rule you should try and stick to, and that is to continue along the circular pattern and try and make it as symmetrical as you can. In a way, I think creating mandala is a bit like painting. You just kind of add elements to it as you feel it's right. As you come to the end or nearing the end of completing your mandala, you can step back and look at it and just see, really it's like a fine-tuning details, and you can really focus on them. It can help to maybe clear out all your materials which you haven't used. Just put them aside so you can really see what you've made. Don't put them away just yet, in case you still need it, but just put them aside so you can really see what you've made and whether you're happy with it or not. Can really work on the fine details. Please note that the principles and the process we just used to create the flower mandala can be applied to any materials you might be using as an alternative to flowers. Okay, I think we're done. I hope you enjoy creating your mandala. Now traditionally this artwork you've been working so hard on would be now swept away until the next time, as the art of mandala was used as a form of meditation or a way of focusing mind on the present. Now we don't have to do that, we can preserve it. You can put some sheet of paper or a newspaper over top of the mandala, and maybe some books or anything heavy really you find around your house, and you leave it for a week or two until it's dried and pressed, and you can recreate a mandala on a sheet of paper which you can glue the flowers on, or you can simply just take a picture of it and enjoy it that way. I hope you enjoyed creating the mandala with me. I have. It's been lovely to share it with you, and I would be really grateful if you could maybe send me some pictures of it. You can send it directly to Luminate on the Facebook page, or you can send it to me. I will leave the details at the end of the video. Well, have a lovely time. I hope to see you sometime soon, and bye bye.